Hello again and good morning. This is Juana Hudson and I'm here to share a couple of projects with you. And the first one is this wall hanging of a mother and her two girls. And so I got the image off of Pinterest and I printed that up on fabric, and then I covered a piece of chipboard in a cream color jacquard fabric, which unfortunately you don't see much of it, but you can see it on the tabs that I put on the top here. And then I added several layers of different laces to the edge, and on the corners, on each corner, I added a piece of applique that I cut out and fit it in the corners, and then I beaded those corners and added buttons to it. The picture itself, I padded the back so that it would be raised, like a 3D effect. And I use this trim around it. It's a ivory color trim, and it has red roses with not red roses, pink roses with the little leaves attached to them. Down here, these are handmade flowers. The two on either side of the larger one. It's a single layer, and I added a clay flower to the middle and then a bead in the center of it. The larger flower is 2 layers I made and added stamens to that one. On the bottom, I used several laces. Here is a pink one, and none of these laces are they're full size. I've cut them to, oh my goodness, brain fog. Anyway, I cut them to get the look that I was trying to achieve. So here is a pink one, and under that one it's several different trims. Here is a daisy trim that I cut and glued on there to make cut part of the dangles. Esme, oh my goodness. And here's another lace fringe, and here is one that it's a rose with leaves, and I just added a little flat back pearl to the center of each rose. And then there's this circle looking one, and all those made up the fringe of this wall hanging. On the back, I just left it plain. I covered the back with a plain fabric, and then to the top I used a wooden dowel, and I left it in its natural state. And like I said earlier, 2 little tabs, which I threaded the dowel through, and then a piece of ribbon forms the hanger. And that is my mother and child wall hanging. The next project I'm going to share with you is a wall hanging kind of dream catcher thing that I made for a beautiful baby girl. And I used an embroidery hoop, and I covered that hoop with ribbon, chipboard. This is just a little sentiment I wrote on here with chipboard, and around that I covered the edge with a pink crochet trim and added a lace trim here, and then the picture of the little girl was printed up on paper. I'm sorry, not paper, fabric. Oh, you know what? Anyway, my mind is going to engage here shortly. It's printed up on fabric, and around the image, I trimmed it out with a sequin and tulle trim. And on the little girl, I put one of these resin flowers in her hair, and the butterflies all around her. I beaded each one of them using flat back beads, and then I just gave it a fringe with pink and blue satin ribbons and pink crochet trims. This is a trim that I used around the whole of the embroidery hoop. And there's some sheer ribbon up in here. And so this is my gift to a special little girl. And I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching as always. Bye.